Live from Starbase, it's Saturday morning. No earlier than Saturday morning. November 6th through the 8th, let's hop in and see what's been going on out there. Kicking it off with a booster section, booster 16 section, moving inside the Mega Bay for stacking. Mary sneaking over this way with a wide shot of the Rocket Garden and its normal Denzians. Couple things you can see here. Starlink loader is being hooked to the crane. You can see the sort of pyramid of things in the background, but also the HLS nosecone. Rewind it and look at the HLS nosecone again. Nosecone might be more than that. More work on the Chopsticks carriage there. And here is the assembly area for Pad B's orbital launch mount. You can see it almost looks like a little miniature oil rig. Not really. It's more beefier. Beefier than an oil rig would be. Checking in on Ship 31 really quickly. Looks like they've removed some tiles, and we expect those tiles to be left off for the flight. More on that if you check out Starbase Update coming up on Monday. Just a couple shots up and down the ship there. The tiles look good. A little mid-zoom there, but the tiles look good. All right. Somebody in the comments said this is it's not a concierge. What was the terminology? Somebody help me out. There was some word for a connector there that you could use for the buildings between the Mega Bay and the Starbase, in the office building actually, and the Starbase. There's a box being installed over at the tank form. Came in a flatbed truck, all strapped down. Time-lapse folks running around, and it gets moved around, I guess, inside the launch site. That, of course, you can tell which tower that is. Anybody? Which tower is that? You're looking at a tower in the background. Which tower is it? As they back the black box into the launch site. See that black box? That's the only part of the launch site that might survive if they fail the catch. That's why it's black. Actually, it's that one side there is easier to break it. That's where all the telemetry for the launch site is stored, just in case of a failed catch with the booster coming back. Actually, it looks like it's armor or a protection for some of the equipment that they have around there. And then what do they test fit it? They moved it back around? Anyways, did anybody answer which tower that was in the background? Here's some work on the booster QD. We got a call in there. They're ordering a pizza or asking what size the bolt was supposed to be. There you can see the QD plate for the booster, like all the little lines and stuff that have to connect and reconnect. Got some lift work. You'll notice Mary's name in here quite a bit. And there's Jack as well. A little wide shot across the dunes. Now you should know that, of course, that's the first tower because it had the chopsticks on it, right? Second tower doesn't have the chopsticks yet. OLM's not looking too bad. Got a little rust there on the top, but what's looking good is Starhopper. Look how shiny Starhopper's dome is. Earlier we said it looked like not C-3PO. It looked like R2-D2, but now it's so shiny it almost looks like a chrome dome. C-3PO up there. They're literally pressure washing it. I wonder if that's just straight up pressure washing or if there's something else with that. Are they literally just cleaning it off to make it shiny? Spa day for Starhopper continues. Now, why? Why would they clean? Do they just want it to look nice? Are they going to put it in a building somewhere? We'll find out. Peeking through the Starfactory windows again. Going to just check in on those nose cones. Not a huge difference. They need big displays is what they need. They need like a big display above each one that says like, oh, this is the nose cone for that. Right? Anyways, this is the first tower. You can see it's got the weather station on top. All the cameras, when you see those cool videos SpaceX puts out, it's all those cameras pointing out down and up and sidewards and a couple PTZs and that sort of stuff. This is the Ship SQD Arm, of course, that swings out of the way. Why is it built so weird? It's built so weird so the Chopstick carriage can go past it. Because look, you see how the Chopstick carriage goes around more than 50% of the tower? It needs to sort of wrap around 3 of the 4 sides of the tower. And so the arm that swings back and forth can't can't be there. It can't be connected to the tower there. It needs to be on the back side and then swing around. That's why that arm is designed so weirdly. Looks like we got a little enclosed space action, confined space action going on here. Oh, no, wait a second. Oh, no, that big door is open. You can see all the bolts are missing. The hand just came out for a second. Looking good over there. There's the mega bays and the high bay in the background. From this angle over on the beach. Hey, that actually looks like the second smaller tower is being picked up by the Chopsticks. And then they're going to stack that on top of another tower. It's a tower that builds more towers now. How confusing is that? We continue to watch the dirt work over here at Pad B. Literally just punched my microphone. I apologize for that, if you can hear it. But got some, are those the things that, are those sheet piles or are those the things, they look like they're actually angly? And a big pipe moving in the background too. It looks wobbly enough. That doesn't look like something that keeps the excavation from caving in on itself. That looks more like a sheet pile that they're maybe taking out. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. Those are crane weights. I think the blue in the middle there are crane weights. There's a big old pile of dirt. Looks actually pretty clean. I wonder if that's dirt that came in. Got some cribbing, the wood there that's stacked up. Excavator seems to be missing its bucket. Or no, the bucket's just the same color as the dirt behind it. I wonder why. It's potentially the same color as the dirt because it's got that dirt all over it. So we've got some safety netting. We've seen this in some places. While they're working up on the side of it, they'll leave the safety netting in so that if you drop something, you drop a wrench, a tool, a hammer, you want it to get caught by the safety netting. I think it's less for people and it's more for things that you drop. If a person ends up in that, you've already made several very egregious mistakes. But there it goes down. That's actually really cool. I'm glad we caught that with the Starbase Live cameras. I'm curious how many of y'all watch Starbase. Do y'all even know what Starbase Live is? I bet you there are people that watch this video who don't even know that you can watch these cameras 24/7 on Starbase Live. Anyways, tell me down below if you actually are aware of what Starbase Live is, because so many of these shots come from the 24/7 cameras and remote operators we have out there. No grid fin here. You can see a catch pin. You can see the grid fin holes where the I guess the actuators are on the inside. The grid fins stick out through the outside. There's more work on OLM. Do you think they have IKEA-style instructions that's like, insert part 523 into 526 with tab A in slot B? I do wonder. Certainly there's an installation instructions, assembly instructions somewhere. It's not very flat-packed, though. I guess before they welded it together, it was flat-packed. Ah, okay. This is cool. Look. Oh, we need to get an enhance on this because they're putting artwork. Yes. At first, I thought that somebody had put like a fake sticker on this and just done a really good Photoshop job because look at the reflection. This is from Mary, and it's even got the reflection. I was like, wow, that's a really good Photoshop job. Attention to detail. But that's actually a decal that they've put on there, and if you zoom all the way in, you probably can't see it in the video, it says for scale on the small banana that the larger anthropomorphic banana is carrying. Anyways, looks like Jack snagged a label. That's a LOX header tank in there. The date difference. What was the date difference there? Scroll back. I think it was 3 days. Is that for real? I really do wonder if that's a legitimate assessment of how long the work on that work order was. But anyways, looking in through the windows here, again, looking at some nose cones, doing some work. Oh, is that a specialized work platform around the top of the nose cone? Or is that some sort of jig? It had wheels. It had like casters on the bottom, so maybe you could set it down and move it around. Interesting. All the raceways. You can see how nice and level that pipe is over at the orbital tank farm. Oh, and the hot staging ring. This is a hot staging ring. May very well be for Booster 13. It may end up getting TNT, DDT'd, whatever, into the Gulf of Mexico. like that last one. We're gonna have to put a specific camera on that to track that that ring coming back down, so we can see exactly what happens with the ring. I guess we're talking here about the removed tiles because it's really shiny there where those tiles are removed, right? On that wider shot. So many times it's like, oh, scroll back real quick. I almost need to be able to like pause the video and start it and stop it while I talk about stuff. But then this would end up being like a 40-minute video instead of a 12-minute and however many second video, 13-minute video. There you go. So Mary's got a tilt all the way up here. Looking at all of the tiles that are off. It's a CO2 tank lifted in Mega Bay 1. It looks like that's a, I guess it was a tall, skinny CO2 tank. Work on the Starfactory doors. They have some plastic sheeting or something on the inside. Or the way are they painting it? Doing the trim? I'm almost positive I saw blue painter's tape here. It is a concourse? It's not a concierge. That's like somebody that orders overpriced tickets for you. The parking garage does look significantly different with that white side on it. At first I was like, what the heck is that? We're sort of continuing over on the Chopsticks and the Carriage and the Ship Quick. We see this so often. It's almost like you need to say, like, fade them in and out. Oh, hey, more reinforcements. I really do wonder. You wouldn't think they'd be, well, I don't know. They wouldn't be putting those on if they didn't need it, but they might. I don't know. Better safe than sorry, I guess, right? Yeah, that looks like the grid fin layout of the booster on the back of that truck. I'm almost positive it's not. It looks like it's like a Mayan calendar or some sort of artwork, but just carrying some pipes along here, it looks like. Telehandler, there you go. Tilt it back a little bit. Don't strap it in or secure it or anything, I guess. Okay, this guy with these pipes is like, my pipes are larger than your pipes, but get out of the way. We got to unload some more pipes here. All right, we got a lot of them. There you go. Tilted it back when you really started going there. I love that. They look like toys. When they move so fast, they look like toys. Got the chopsticks going. Look at that. A little bit of waggle in the chopsticks. Interesting that that's a crane in the foreground, I guess. That's not a lift that's up. That's a crane in the foreground. But those chopsticks are moving around quite a bit. But that's it, y'all. Hey, we're doing these twice a week. My name's Das or John, whichever one. My mom calls me Das now. And you can watch these summaries, usually Tuesdays and Saturdays, to keep up with what's going on. I just make it up. I just watch the video and I tell you what I think about it. We don't do a ton of scripting or anything like that. But thanks for the team for getting all those shots in, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.